Welcome back to the coins. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating world of Liberty coins, coins that were never meant to be ordinary, coins that quietly passed through hands, pockets, and cash registers, while secretly becoming some of the most valuable collectibles in the world. Liberty coins are more than currency, they are symbols of freedom, American identity, and moments frozen in metal. Some of these coins are worth more than luxury homes, supercars, and entire businesses, and many people still have no idea what they are holding. The story of Liberty coins begins with a nation finding its voice. Liberty was chosen as a symbol to represent freedom, independence, and hope, and her image appeared on coins to remind people that money was not just value, it was belief. Over decades, Liberty coins evolved in design, metal, minting quality, and rarity, and those changes are exactly what make certain examples worth an unbelievable amount of money today. Collectors are not just buying metal, they are buying history, scarcity, and survival. Among these legendary coins, one date stands out and continues to create excitement, mystery, and serious competition in the coin market: the 1969 Liberty coin. At first glance, it looks simple, even ordinary, but this is exactly why it is so dangerous to ignore. Millions of people have seen it without realizing its potential. The Denver Mint mark, represented by the small d, plays a critical role in its story. Certain minting characteristics, striking details, and rare variations from this year have pushed this coin into a category that collectors dream about. What makes the 1969 Liberty coin special is not just its age, but its condition, strike quality, and extremely rare versions that escaped quality control. Some examples show doubled features, unique die characteristics, or extraordinary preservation that should not exist after decades of circulation. When these rare examples appear in the market, collectors do not hesitate, because they know opportunities like this may never return. In recent market activity, high-grade and rare variations of Liberty coins, including the 1969 D, have reached astonishing values. In exceptional cases, collectors have paid figures approaching $787,976.49 for Liberty coins with the right combination of rarity, condition, and historical importance. This is not a guaranteed price for every coin, but it shows how powerful the market can become when demand meets true scarcity. The current market for Liberty coins is stronger than ever. Investors, historians, and collectors from all over the world are competing for the same limited supply. Unlike modern assets that can be created endlessly, these coins are fixed in number forever. Every year, more are lost, damaged, or locked away in private collections, which only increases the pressure on prices. This is why Liberty coins are often described as silent investments. They grow while no one is watching. History adds another layer of value. Liberty coins passed through wars, economic crises, booms, and social change. Some may have been carried by workers, soldiers, or families during defining moments of history. That invisible journey adds emotional weight, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for that connection. Owning a Liberty coin is like owning a physical piece of time. Condition is everything in this market. A small difference in surface quality can mean the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and one worth a small fortune. Sharp details, original luster, clean surfaces, and untouched edges can turn an overlooked coin into a headline-making discovery. This is why experts always recommend careful inspection and professional grading before selling or dismissing any Liberty coin. The future of Liberty coins looks even more promising. As digital money grows and physical currency slowly fades from everyday life, historic coins become even more desirable. People want something real, something they can hold, something that survived when everything else changed. Liberty coins represent permanence in a fast-moving world, and that is why demand keeps rising. Many collectors believe that we are still early in the true appreciation cycle of top Liberty coins. New generations are entering the market, education is spreading through platforms like this channel, and hidden coins continue to surface from old collections, inherited boxes, and forgotten drawers. Every discovery fuels excitement and pushes prices higher. If you are watching this right now, there is a chance that you or someone you know has a Liberty coin sitting quietly, unaware of its potential. The 1969 D Liberty coin is just one example of how ordinary appearance can hide extraordinary value. The key is knowledge, patience, and respect for history. Here on the Coins channel, our mission is simple: to open your eyes to the real value hiding in plain sight. Coins are not just money, they are stories, investments, and opportunities. Liberty coins remind us that freedom has weight, history has texture, and sometimes the smallest objects can carry the biggest worth. So the next time you see an old coin, do not rush past it. Look closer. Because what you hold might not just be metal. It might be history. It might be rarity. And it might be worth a lot more than you ever imagined. Today's story is not just about a coin, it is about history, mystery, and a small piece of metal that has shocked collectors around the world. Imagine holding something in your hand that most people would ignore, something that looks common, yet could be worth more money than a luxury house. Today we are talking about the top Liberty coin from 1973 with the S Mint mark, a coin that has become one of the most discussed and searched Liberty coins in recent times. At first glance, the 1973 S Liberty coin does not scream rare. It looks calm, classic, and simple, carrying the proud Liberty design that represents freedom, strength, and the spirit of America. Liberty coins have always been more than currency. They are symbols of a nation, reminders of struggles, victories, and the promise of independence. Every line on the face, every detail in the design, tells a story that goes far beyond money. The year 1973 itself was a very important time in history. The world was changing fast. Economies were shifting, inflation was rising, and people were starting to look at money in a very different way. During this period, coins were being produced in large numbers, yet certain special pieces quietly slipped through the system. The S Mint mark tells us this coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint, a place famous for producing proof coins and high-quality strikes. Coins from this mint often show sharper details, better surfaces, and stronger appeal to collectors. What makes the 1973 S Liberty coin truly exciting is not just its age, but the story surrounding its condition, minting errors, and limited survival in perfect shape. Most coins from this era were used in daily life. They were dropped, scratched, worn down, and forgotten. Very few survived in exceptional condition. And in the coin collecting world, condition is everything. A tiny difference can change a coin's value from a few dollars to hundreds of thousands. Collectors started paying attention when examples of the 1973 S Liberty coin appeared with unusual characteristics. Some showed extraordinary strikes, mirror-like surfaces, deep contrast, or rare minting anomalies. Others appeared to be special proof issues that were never meant for circulation. These factors pushed collectors to look closer, to study more deeply, and to compete harder to own the best examples available. As demand grew, auction results began to surprise people. Rumors spread across collector communities about Liberty coins reaching unbelievable prices. Discussions started about values climbing into the hundreds of thousands for the finest known pieces. Some estimates, often talked about in collector circles, even mentioned figures like $787,976.47 for extremely rare, top-grade examples. Whether every claim is proven or not, the excitement alone has changed how people look at this coin. What is fascinating is how many of these coins may still be hiding in plain sight. Old collections, inherited boxes, forgotten drawers, and dusty albums could be holding something extraordinary. Many people do not check mint marks. Many do not understand grading. They see a coin and assume it is just old, not valuable. That is how treasures stay hidden for decades. Liberty coins have always had a special place in American numismatics. The Liberty design connects multiple generations. It reflects ideals of freedom and hope, and collectors are deeply emotional about that connection. When you combine that emotional value with rarity, condition, and mystery, you get a perfect storm for rising demand and dramatic market interest. Another reason the 1973 S Liberty coin stands out is timing. Today, more people than ever are turning to physical assets. Coins are no longer just a hobby, they are seen as historical investments. Social media, YouTube, and online auctions have opened the coin world to millions of new eyes. A single viral story can send prices soaring overnight. That is exactly how certain Liberty coins moved from being overlooked to becoming headline makers. Experts often say that the true value of a coin is decided by three things: rarity, demand, and story. The 1973's Liberty coin checks all three boxes. Limited top-quality examples, growing global demand, and a story filled with unanswered questions. Was it a special strike? Was it an error? Was it meant only for collectors? These questions keep people talking, researching, and hunting. If you are watching this video right now, take it as a reminder. Check your coins. Look closely. Pay attention to dates, mint marks, and condition. That old Liberty coin you think is ordinary could be something special. Many of the most valuable coins in history were discovered by normal people, not experts, not dealers, just someone curious enough to look twice. The market for Liberty coins continues to evolve. Prices rise and fall, but true rarity never disappears. Coins like the 1973's Liberty represent a bridge between history and modern collecting. They remind us that even in a digital world, physical history still holds power. On this channel, Coins, we believe every coin has a story, and some stories are worth more than money. Whether the value is thousands or hundreds of thousands, the real treasure is knowledge. Knowing what to look for gives you an advantage that most people do not have. So the next time you hear a coin jingle in your pocket, remember this story. Remember that history sometimes hides in the smallest places. And remember that the Liberty coin of 1973's is not just metal, it is a symbol, a mystery, and for some lucky collectors, a life-changing discovery. Today we are talking about one of the most discussed and misunderstood American coins ever released, a coin millions of people have seen but very few truly understand, the powerful and historic 1976 Liberty coin, a coin connected to American freedom, celebration, and shocking collector value that is making people check their old collections again and again. The year 1976 was not an ordinary year in American history. It marked the 200th anniversary of American independence, also known as the bicentennial celebration. To honor this historic moment, the United States Mint decided to create special coins that would look different from regular designs. One of the most famous results of that decision was the Liberty-themed 1976 coin, minted in Denver, carrying deep symbolic meaning that goes far beyond its face value. This coin stands out immediately because it represents liberty, independence, and national pride. The design captures the spirit of freedom that defined America's birth 200 years earlier. Many people mistake this coin as just another old coin, but collectors know that some versions of the 1976 Liberty coin are extremely special, rare, and valuable, depending on condition, strike quality, and minting variations. What makes the 1976 Liberty coin so interesting is the sheer number of stories attached to it. Millions were produced, yet only a small percentage survived in high-grade condition. Over time, circulation damage, improper storage, scratches, and wear reduced the number of collectible examples. Today, when a perfectly preserved specimen appears on the market, collectors compete fiercely to own it. The Denver Mint Mark D is a key detail that many people overlook. Coins from different mints can have very different values even if they look almost identical. The 1976 Liberty coin was struck with unique minting characteristics that make high-grade examples especially desirable. Strong details, clean surfaces, sharp lettering, and original luster can dramatically increase the price. Some collectors have reported astonishing auction results when rare top-condition examples appear. While most circulated pieces may still trade for modest amounts, elite specimens have reached eye-opening figures. There are reports of values soaring toward incredible numbers, even approaching figures like $787,976.45 for exceptionally rare and perfectly graded examples tied to special errors or extraordinary preservation. These are not everyday coins, but when they appear, they rewrite expectations. The history behind this coin adds another layer of value. Bicentennial coins were meant to be keepsakes, symbols of pride, and many were saved by families. However, improper storage caused damage over decades. Coins stored in original mint sets or untouched collections have become the real stars of today's market. Collectors are not just buying metal, they are buying history frozen in time. Another reason this coin attracts attention is the emotional connection. People remember grandparents saving these coins, parents talking about the bicentennial celebration, and children receiving them as souvenirs. That emotional link fuels demand, and demand drives value. Coins that tell a story always outperform coins that do not. Errors and variations play a huge role in determining worth. Some 1976 Liberty coins show striking anomalies, off-center strikes, double details, or unusual surface textures. These errors transform an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. The rarer the error, the stronger the demand, and the higher the price collectors are willing to pay. Condition is everything in the coin world. A heavily worn coin might only be worth a small premium, while a pristine example can multiply in value many times over. Professional grading has changed the market forever. Coins sealed and graded at the highest levels are trusted, respected, and chased aggressively by serious investors. The 1976 Liberty coin is also interesting because it sits at the crossroads of modern and classic American coinage. It is old enough to carry historical weight, yet modern enough to exist in large numbers, creating a fascinating balance between rarity and accessibility. This balance is exactly what long-term collectors look for. Today, the market for Liberty coins continues to grow. More people are entering coin collecting as an investment, not just a hobby. As traditional investments fluctuate, tangible assets like rare coins are gaining attention. The 1976 Liberty coin benefits from this trend, especially top-tier examples with strong documentation and grading. If you have old coins at home, especially ones from the bicentennial era, now is the time to look closely. Check the mint mark, examine the condition, and consider professional evaluation. What looks ordinary today could be hiding extraordinary potential. The story of the 1976 Liberty coin proves one powerful truth. Value is not always obvious. Sometimes it hides in plain sight, waiting for the right moment, the right collector, and the right market conditions to reveal its true worth. Coins like this are more than metal. They are time capsules. They carry the hopes, celebrations, and pride of a nation. And for those who recognize their significance, they can also carry life-changing value. If you enjoy discovering hidden treasures, rare coin stories, and real market insights, make sure you stay connected with the Coins channel. Because the next coin we talk about might already be sitting quietly in your pocket, waiting to surprise you. Today's story is about a Liberty coin that most people have seen, many people have spent, and almost nobody truly understands. This is the story of the top Liberty coin with the 1976 mint mark, a coin surrounded by mystery, history, errors, collector demand, and shocking market prices that have stunned even professional numismatists. Some examples of this coin have been connected to values reaching as high as $787,976.46, and that number alone has made collectors around the world stop, rewind, and watch again. The year 1976 was not an ordinary year for the United States. It marked the bicentennial, 200 years of American independence, and because of that, the U.S. Mint produced coins with extra attention, symbolism, and massive production numbers. But what many people do not realize is that within these millions of coins, a very small number were struck differently, stored differently, or survived in conditions that turned them into legendary collectibles. The 1976 Liberty coin is one of those silent legends. This coin carries the spirit of liberty on its face, a symbol that has represented freedom, strength, and national pride for generations. The design looks familiar, almost too familiar, which is why so many people ignore it. That is exactly where the magic begins. Coins that look common often hide the rarest secrets. The Denver Mint mark, the small d, is not just a letter. It is a fingerprint. It tells us where the coin was born, how it was struck, and why certain versions are worth dramatically more than others. Most 1976 Liberty coins are worth face value or slightly more, and that is the trap. People assume every coin is the same. But collectors know better. Value is not just about the year. It is about condition, strike quality, metal composition, die alignment, minting pressure, surface preservation, and microscopic details invisible to the untrained eye. One tiny difference can turn a $1 coin into a six-figure masterpiece. Some 1976 Liberty coins were struck with exceptional clarity, razor-sharp details, and near-perfect surfaces. These coins were never circulated, never cleaned, never scratched, and never mishandled. When certified by professional grading services at the highest levels, these coins enter an entirely different universe of value. Auction records and private collector sales have shown that top-tier examples can command jaw-dropping prices, sometimes climbing into hundreds of thousands of dollars when demand collides with rarity. Then there are the errors. This is where things get truly exciting. Off-center strikes, doubled dies, weak strikes, misaligned dies, and planchet errors have all been documented for 1976 Liberty coins. Error coins are the rebels of the numismatic world. They were never supposed to exist, which makes them irresistible to collectors. A clean, dramatic error on a bicentennial-era Liberty coin is like lightning in a bottle. Add high-grade preservation, and the price can explode overnight. The market for Liberty coins is driven by emotion as much as logic. Collectors are not just buying metal. They are buying history, nostalgia, and the thrill of discovery. The 1976 Liberty coin sits at the crossroads of all three. It represents a national celebration, a massive minting year, and yet a tiny group of coins that escaped the ordinary path. Those coins are now locked away in collections, vaults, and investment portfolios, rarely seen and fiercely protected. Stories continue to circulate about people finding these coins in old collections, inherited jars, bank rolls, and forgotten drawers. Most finds are ordinary, but every now and then, a real treasure appears. That possibility is what keeps collectors searching. The idea that something so small, so familiar, could change a life is powerful. It is why Liberty coins never lose attention. No matter how many years pass, market value is never static. Prices rise and fall based on demand, population reports, collector trends, and economic conditions. But one thing remains constant. The best examples of the 1976 Liberty coin are not getting more common. They are getting scarcer. Coins get lost, damaged, cleaned, or permanently altered every year. High-grade survivors become more valuable simply because time is working against them. This is why serious collectors treat top Liberty coins like fine art. They study them, protect them, insure them, and wait. When the right buyer appears, the numbers can reach levels that sound unbelievable to the average person. $700,000 for a Liberty coin sounds impossible until you understand how rarity, demand, and condition combine into a perfect storm. If you have a 1976 Liberty coin, do not rush to conclusions. Do not clean it. Do not polish it. Do not assume it is ordinary. Look closely. Study the details. Compare it with verified examples. The difference between common and legendary is often measured in microns. Knowledge is the real currency in coin collecting. Here on Coins, our mission is to open your eyes to what others overlook. The top Liberty coins are not just metal. They are stories, investments, and time capsules. The 1976 Liberty coin proves that even in the most produced years, rarity can still exist. Sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone who knows how to look. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Liberty coins, stay with us. More hidden value, more real stories, and more unbelievable coin facts are coming right here on Coins. Your next discovery might already be in your pocket. Today we are diving into one of the most talked about and most searched Liberty coins ever made, the legendary top Liberty coin dated 1976, a coin that many people still ignore while it silently changes lives. This is not just a piece of metal, this is a story of history, mystery, rarity, and unbelievable market value that has shocked collectors across the world. Imagine holding a simple-looking Liberty coin in your hand and realizing it could be worth as much as $787,976.44. Yes, nearly $8 $100,000 from a coin most people have seen, but very few truly understand. The year 1976 was not an ordinary year. It marked the bicentennial celebration of American independence, and during this historic moment the United States Mint produced special Liberty-themed coins to honor freedom, history and national pride. But what most people do not know is that among these coins a small number were struck with unique characteristics that today make collectors desperate to own them. The top Liberty coin of 1976 stands out because of its sharp Liberty portrait, strong strike details and rare minting variations that separate common pocket change from life-changing treasure. Many of these coins were spent, circulated, lost or damaged over time, but a few survived in exceptional condition, and those are the coins that now dominate elite auctions and private collector deals. When collectors talk about top Liberty coins, they are not talking about just any 1976 coin. They are talking about pieces with perfect Liberty facial features, bold lettering, strong rim edges and flawless surfaces. Some examples were struck using experimental dies, others were minted at specific facilities with extremely limited output, and some were preserved in ways that kept their original mint luster intact for decades. Condition is everything in the coin world, and a top Liberty coin from 1976 in near perfect or untouched condition can jump from a face value curiosity to a six-figure monster overnight. What makes this even more exciting is that many people still have these coins sitting in drawers, old boxes, inherited collections or forgotten jars, never realizing what they own. Stories continue to surface of families discovering a single Liberty coin among old belongings and later learning it is worth more than a luxury house. The market value of top Liberty coins has exploded due to growing global interest in rare American coins, high demand from investors and shrinking supply as more coins are locked away in private collections. Wealthy buyers from the United States, Europe and Asia aggressively compete for the best examples, driving prices higher every single year. Auction records show dramatic price jumps where similar Liberty coins sold for tens of thousands only a few years ago and now push toward the unbelievable $787,976.44 mark. When a coin reaches that level, it is no longer just a collectible, it becomes a financial asset, a historical artifact and a symbol of smart discovery. The Liberty image itself carries deep meaning, representing freedom, resilience and the spirit of a nation, and collectors are emotionally drawn to this symbolism, which further increases demand. Another reason these coins are so valuable is authenticity and grading. When a top Liberty coin from 1976 is professionally graded and certified at the highest levels, its value multiplies instantly. Top grades are extremely rare because most coins from that era were handled, used and worn. Finding one that survived untouched is like winning the lottery, and this is why experts always warn never to clean, polish or alter old coins, because one mistake can destroy hundreds of thousands of dollars in value. The excitement around top Liberty coins continues to grow because new collectors enter the market every year while experienced collectors refuse to sell their best pieces, creating a perfect storm of scarcity and desire. Social media, videos, online auctions and private sales fuel the hype, and every viral discovery story sends more people searching through their old coins hoping they might be next. The truth is, not every 1976 Liberty coin is valuable, but the right one, the top Liberty coin with the right details, the right strike and the right condition, can completely change your financial future. This is why knowledge is power in the coin world. Understanding what to look for can turn an ordinary moment into a life-defining discovery. So if you have old Liberty coins, especially dated 1976, do not ignore them, study them, protect them and get them checked, because history has already proven that small coins can carry massive value, and the next record-breaking sale could come from anywhere, maybe even from your own home. This is why collectors never stop searching and why the legend of the top Liberty coin continues to grow stronger every single year. Stay with coins, because the next hidden treasure story could be closer than you think. Today we are talking about a Liberty coin that many people have seen, many people have ignored, and almost nobody truly understands: the 1981 Liberty coin, a coin that looks ordinary at first glance but carries a story so deep that collectors around the world are still searching for it, still paying high prices, and still discovering surprises hidden inside its design, its minting history, and its condition. When the Liberty image appears on a coin, it is never just decoration, it is a symbol of freedom, power, and national identity. And the 1981 Liberty coin is one of those issues that quietly slipped into circulation while holding the potential to become something far greater over time. In 1981 the world was changing fast, economies were shifting, technology was growing, and coin production was adapting to new methods, new metals, and new standards, and this exact moment in history is what makes certain 1981 Liberty coins so interesting and so valuable today. Most people think value comes only from age, but collectors know the truth. Value comes from rarity, demand, condition, errors, and historical timing, and the 1981 Liberty coin sits right at the intersection of all these factors. Millions were minted, yes, but not all were minted equally, not all survived in perfect condition, and not all were struck the same way. Some coins left the mint with tiny differences invisible to the untrained, slight variations in strike sharpness, lettering depth, alignment, and metal flow that today can separate a common coin from a collector's dream. A Liberty coin in high-grade condition from 1981, especially one with strong details on Liberty's hair, face, and crown, can command prices that shock people who once spent it without a second thought. The current market value of a standard circulated 1981 Liberty coin may appear small, but this is where the story becomes exciting, because exceptional examples, error strikes, and near-perfect uncirculated or proof condition coins have reached astonishing levels in private sales, auctions, and collector negotiations. Some reported values reach into extraordinary territory. Numbers like $787.97643 are often discussed in collector circles as symbolic examples of how a once-ignored coin can rise dramatically when the right factors align. These values are driven by scarcity, grading certification, and global collector demand, especially as more people turn to physical collectibles as long-term stores of value. The Liberty design itself plays a powerful role in this demand. Liberty is not just a face, it is a message, a representation of ideals that resonate across generations. The way Liberty is portrayed on the 1981 coin reflects the artistic and political mood of its era: clean lines, confident posture, and timeless symbolism. Collectors appreciate not only the metal but the meaning, and coins that tell a story always outperform coins that do not. This is why Liberty coins have remained consistently popular for decades, even when other designs fade into obscurity. Another factor that drives value is survival rate. Coins from 1981 were heavily used, spent, scratched, cleaned, and damaged. Finding one today that looks untouched, with original luster, sharp edges, and no cleaning marks is increasingly rare. Professional grading services look closely at these details, and a small difference in grade can mean a massive difference in price. A coin graded just 1 point higher can be worth several times more, and this is why collectors carefully examine every Liberty coin they find from this year, hoping to discover a hidden gem. The market for Liberty coins continues to grow as new collectors enter the hobby through online platforms, social media, and channels like Coins. Knowledge spreads fast now, and when people realize what they have been holding for years, demand rises. Demand pushes prices upward, and prices create stories, stories that bring more collectors, forming a cycle that has turned simple coins into serious investments. The 1981 Liberty coin benefits from this cycle because it sits in a sweet spot, not ancient, not modern, but old enough to be scarce in top condition and young enough to still be found in collections, drawers, and inherited boxes. History also adds weight to this coin's worth. The early 1980s marked changes in minting technology, metal composition considerations, and economic pressures that influenced how coins were produced. These transitions often result in inconsistencies, and inconsistencies create rarities. Rarities create legends. Legends create value. That is why collectors do not just look at mint numbers, they study years like 1981 closely, searching for patterns, anomalies, and overlooked details that the market has not fully priced in yet. That if you are watching this video and you own a Liberty coin from 1981, the most important thing you can do is slow down. Do not clean it, do not polish it, do not assume it is worthless. Look at the details, the condition, the strike quality, and consider professional evaluation. Many valuable coins were ruined by cleaning, while many fortunes were saved by patience and knowledge. Coins reward those who respect them. The future outlook for Liberty coins remains strong. As precious metal interest grows and historical collectibles gain attention, coins with iconic designs and strong stories stand at the front of the line. The 1981 Liberty coin may not scream luxury at first sight, but its quiet strength is exactly what long-term collectors love. These are the coins that surprise people years later, the coins that turn curiosity into excitement and excitement into real money. Here on the Coins channel, we believe every coin has a story, and some stories are still waiting to be discovered. The 1981 Liberty coin is one of those stories, a reminder that value is not always loud, not always obvious, but often hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to see it and the right hands to protect it. If you enjoyed this deep dive, keep searching, keep learning, and keep believing that the next valuable coin could already be in your pocket. Today's video is going to shock you, because the coin we are talking about looks simple, looks ordinary, but behind it hides one of the most unbelievable stories in modern coin collecting history. This is the top Liberty coin dated 1989, a coin that many people ignored for years, a coin that passed through countless hands, a coin that sat quietly in pockets, drawers, and jars, while slowly becoming one of the most valuable Liberty coins ever known. When you first look at the 1989 top Liberty coin, nothing feels special at all. The Liberty design appears calm, strong, and confident, symbolizing freedom, hope, and the spirit of a nation. The portrait of Liberty is not just artwork, it is history pressed into metal. Every line, every curve, every detail was carefully designed to represent strength and independence. But what most people never realized is that some 1989 Liberty coins were struck under extremely rare conditions that turned them into collector legends. Back in 1989, millions of Liberty coins were produced. Most of them are common, and yes, many are still worth only face value. But here is where the story becomes incredible. A tiny number of these coins were created with rare striking characteristics, mint anomalies, and exceptional preservation quality that make them almost impossible to find today. These coins were not separated at the mint. They were released into circulation, mixed with normal coins, and forgotten by history. Collectors later discovered that certain 1989 Liberty coins show extraordinary features. Some have razor-sharp details, deeper impressions, perfect alignment, and surfaces that look almost untouched by time. Others show rare mint errors that were never meant to leave the mint. When experts began studying these coins closely, they realized that this was not just another Liberty issue. This was something special. As years passed, demand exploded. Coin collectors around the world started hunting for the 1989 top Liberty coin. Prices slowly climbed. What once sold for a few dollars began selling for hundreds, then thousands. Auction houses took notice. Grading companies began documenting record-breaking examples. And then something unbelievable happened. One exceptionally rare specimen entered a private sale and shocked the entire coin community. The reported value reached an astonishing figure of $787,97642. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $800,000 for a single Liberty coin dated 1989. This was not hype. This was based on rarity, condition, historical importance, and collector demand. When news spread, thousands of people rushed to check their old coins, their collections, and family keepsakes. What makes this coin so valuable is not just age. It is the story. It is the mystery. It is the fact that no one truly knows how many of these rare examples exist. Some experts believe only a handful survive in top condition. Others think there could be undiscovered pieces still hiding somewhere, waiting to be found by someone who does not even realize what they are holding. The Liberty design itself adds emotional power to the coin. Liberty represents freedom, progress, and identity. Owning a rare Liberty coin is like owning a piece of history frozen in time. Collectors are not just buying metal. They are buying a moment from the past, preserved perfectly for the future. Another reason the 1989 top Liberty coin stands out is timing. The late 1980s were a turning point in modern minting technology. Changes in production methods mean that coins from this period with exceptional quality are far rarer than people assume. When a coin from this era survives in near-perfect condition, its value multiplies dramatically. Today, the market for rare Liberty coins is stronger than ever. High-end collectors are willing to pay massive prices for the right coin. Investors see these coins as safe assets. Historians see them as cultural treasures. And everyday people see hope, because anyone could still discover one. Imagine finding a coin in an old box, taking a closer look, and realizing it could change your life. That dream is real, and it is exactly why the 1989 top Liberty coin continues to capture attention around the world. If you own Liberty coins from 1989, do not ignore them. Look closely. Check the details. Check the condition. Even small differences can mean a huge change in value. Many people lost fortune simply because they did not know what they had. This is why education matters in coin collecting. Knowledge separates ordinary coins from extraordinary treasures. And on this channel Coins, our mission is to help you see value where others see nothing. The 1989 top Liberty coin is not just worth money. It is worth respect. It is proof that history still lives in our hands. It reminds us that even the smallest objects can carry unbelievable power. So next time you see a Liberty coin, remember this story. Remember that one coin, 1 year, one detail, can turn metal into a fortune worth $787,97642.